Hi, we're going to talk about how to start your own business. Now, this is within the context of international trade course we've done. So it's not just, it applies to almost any business, but it's really we are focusing on doing an import-export business. Now, to start your business, it is rewarding. Obviously, is something if you go for it, is the type of people who go for starting their own business. They're entrepreneurs, they're risk takers, and the kind of people who have got this drive, which they want to do their own, and they believe on their own ability. Now within any sector of business, it doesn't matter you're starting your import-export business, or you're starting your restaurant, or you're starting your beauty salon or software company, whatever it is, there is a challenge. There is a risk. We all know that startup businesses don't have a very good survival track record. But if you try to avoid the pitfalls and be realistic, you will increase your chances of success. The key questions you have to answer, let's look at them. Well, deciding when to launch your new business. If your business, the business you have got in mind has got a seasonality, or obviously the season, or let's say you are going to go into ice cream making. Now, it's a good thing to get everything ready to go, that you would hit your market, let's say, by May, for example, or beginning or middle of spring or beginning of summer, where the demand for ice cream is really high. You don't want to start your business in the middle of winter, which, not many people thinking about ice cream. Or if you're going to go in education business, you're starting a school, let's say. The schools, usually start in September. So you have to prepare your planning and doing everything, the logistic of it, that you would be able to have classes up and running by September, definitely, and you need a lead time for registration and taking. So there is a good time and a bad time. So try to get the right timing for your business. Starting a few months earlier or later doesn't usually affect the success of business in that fashion. So I have to do it as soon as possible, but it can increase your cost quite a lot. Before going into really start spending money, make sure you can get as much knowledge as you can about the business you're going to go into, the market of it, the product itself, the suppliers, the manufacturers, the competition out there. As much as you can get, you should go out and find out. It's the more your knowledge, lesser the chance of failure or big mistakes or losses. So continuously you have to build your knowledge. I know a lot of people say, I know it, I'm going to do it, this is the best thing, but that's where the danger is for failure. You have to identify who is your client. I mean, who are you going to sell your product to? That is key. Obviously, you should have it in your mind from the beginning. There is no business if you don't know the client, if there is no buyer for it. Analyze your competition. What I would suggest, that the best way for a new startup, you're small in the business, there are others who are doing it. See what are they doing, where are they advertising, how are they doing their pricing, what's the distribution channel. Follow them, do it, try to find out what they are missing. The big companies cannot cover everything, cannot get into every little corner of the market. You as a small company can do that. You can provide more personal services, but look at the competition, see what they are doing. You will learn a lot from them. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. It's out there, just use it. Creating a brand, well, it starts with a name and image which you have got. It takes time. It is important to think about the brand name, for example, that it will work in future as well. Make sure that your brand is not too focused for a specific product. As in the future you may extend your line of products, or so the brand can be used. You can do, I think you need to do a marketing course to get more, if you want to know more about the brand, but just pay attention to the name you use, the logo you use, make sure it's not too specific, so it will limit your product range in future. Very important to write your business plan. Even if you don't have a banker or anybody to show it to, it is for yourself. It gets you to think. It gets you to build that structure in your mind so you can see it. It's like, doing a drawing, architectural drawing if you want to build a house. Even a small house, look, I can build it. But if you do a drawing, you can see the mistakes. You can see if anything needs to be changed before you go into building it. You would change it on the drawing, which is a lot cheaper. Once you got all these things, you're ready to register your business. And obviously finances and business, within your business plan, you should come up with your financial requirement and where you're going to get this money. Now the whole business, it starts with an idea. It has to start with an idea. Otherwise, what's the business about? So turning your idea into a business, you got this idea of selling something, producing something, giving a new service to the customer, whatever it is. Do a research. Go and do a market research. Identify that are there the customers out there? Do they feel the same way you feel about it? You may think, oh, this service, everybody gonna enjoy it, they're gonna buy it, the price is right. Go and ask them. Find a typical sample of customers and talk to them. Talk to these people and say, tell them about your idea. Is it meeting a real need? You may think this is it, everybody wants it, but you find out that not really, it's not as hot. A bit of market research saves you a lot of time and effort and money in future. Not only a market research can tell you something is real or not, is the real need for it, but it can teach you, if I can change it a bit, because there is going to be a feedback. So you're not going to say no or yes. You get a lot of different sort of response to your research. So it would allow you to develop your product and get it to match the needs which are out there. Test it again is a sort of, you test it again, new idea, go back to the drawing board, rework it, go back again and test it till you get it right. There is no point to rush it. If you don't have a right product, you would have a problem with selling it in real market situations. So it's better to do within a small market test sample to do all these things. Now you need to find, you got everything right, you need to find definitely certain partners, maybe suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, the banking system, the finance system. You need your credit card system or PayPal or whatever it is. So you need to get your different partners in business to be sorted out, which is primarily suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, your finance people or your banks, and for receiving your money, giving your money out, and so on. One of the things about it is it's good to talk to your bank manager, even if you don't need money and you're just talking about your business. Take your business plan to him and your market surveys you have done and market samples you have done, and see their feedback. See if you want to raise money, even if you don't want to, would he lend you money? This shows how, at least you're going to see the view of other people. That do they think you have got it right or not? Once you got your partner sorted out, you should have by now a proper costing in place. You know how much is costing your raw material or the products you're getting or products you're importing from wherever. You got your distribution costs. You should have your taxation sorted out. You should know your cost, so the add-on to the product price. So you should be able to do your pricing now. Now, once you've done everything and your business plan, it become much more real with the real tested figures and actions there, being from marketing to sales and whatever. Now, if you need money, you can go around and find the sources of finance. Can be sometimes governments are giving funding to help the new businesses. You can go to your bank, We can go to other friends and family. You tell them, look, invest in my business. This is the business. So you do a presentation and you sell your idea. If they don't buy it, don't get angry. Something is wrong. Go back to the drawing board and find out why it's not good. They are saying something. Ask them. Don't get upset. Because if they're not investing, there should be a reason. They may say you are too optimistic. Or they may say, look, there is no such need. So you're going to test it. Either you convince them or you convince yourself that there isn't, so you change it. Now, key factors to consider now, just remember timing. We're just going to go over it again. Get your timing right. Develop your idea. Back it up with a proper market research, market sampling, and get as much as face-to-face interviews you can do. So get really the feeling of real people back. Once you've done that and everything is so, now you need your tools. Your tools are maybe your office, your warehouse, the suppliers definitely, the distributors of your product, the finance companies, your website, your online sales, your shop if you have to have a shop. So those are your tools. You're going to have them now in place. Well, you need money now, cash. So hopefully you have sold your idea, either you have got the money yourself. So still you have to sell the idea to yourself. Or the others, or your bank managers, or whoever who's going to invest in your money. It's time to raise the money now and go and get your tool, your infrastructure built. I think this is going to get it to last slide probably. Now, choosing your supplier as an import-export company, it is essential to find the right supplier, because your future depends on the quality of good they're going to send you, the packaging, the continuity in a way that they would supply at the right time, the right place, with a proper certification and making sure it's satisfying all the legal and health and safety regulations and so on. So make sure you got the right supplier who can support you. And I think then if you've done everything, you can start testing your market and start with a smaller shipment, see how it goes. So if there are going to be always teething problems, yeah. So don't just start with a massive, tons of the goods coming, and then you're going to get all the problem. Make sure you got this warehouse right, distribution right, and do with the small samples. Depends what is your good. Is a 20-foot container maybe coming, and go through the process of custom clearance, warehousing, distribution, sales, dispatches, and once you got all these things sorted out and went through it, you build your confidence, you iron out the problems, and you would be ready to go to higher volume. Best of luck.